Hey everyone, Irit here. Long time no see. Sorry about that. I'm just trying really hard to do everything and it's not always working. But today I have a few finished objects to show you, a couple of needle or hook adjacent patterns. Yeah, and a book that I got that I think is really cute. So I'll start with the finished object. I'll start with what I'm wearing. So this is the twin set that I made. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So the cardigan I've showed you in the past, I think the only thing I'll do now is maybe add here like sew in a bit of a stiffer fabric just to kind of keep things looking a little bit more polished. But other than that, I'm super excited about how this turned out. This is based on my half and half sweater. It's just like a cardigan version, and I combined two different yarns and two different weights, and it turned out so nice. I'm so happy about it. And then I have some of this yarn left. I still have a bunch of it, but it's really nice to work with. And so I wanted to make a top that would be like, you know, a matching twin set. And I finally finished it. So this is based on the summer something tank top. I will link it below. It's a free pattern, and the reason I made some adjustments, I think she does it in like two sections, like front and back, and then joins them and then does the straps. I worked in the round. So I worked in the round. I started by creating a long strip of the ribbing at the bottom, and when that kind of fit where I wanted it to fit on my body, like the length of the tank top that I wanted, I joined it in the round the same way I did with my half and half sweaters, and then did the rest of the tank top. I crocheted it in the round. And she uses, the reason that I wanted to kind of base this on her design is because she uses the same stitch that I used for the half and half sweater. So this is called the lemon peel. It's basically just a, you know, a single crochet, double crochet stitch, and then when you do the next row, you do a double crochet wherever you have a single, and a single wherever you have a double. And I really love this stitch. I like how it looks. It has like some texture to it, but I also find it to be lighter, like a little bit lighter than a lot of the traditional crochet stitches. I find that I need less yarn than when I do something that is only like single crochet or half double or double crochet. It needs less yarn and the garments are just lighter. So if you haven't tried this stitch yet with whatever design, I highly recommend trying it. And yeah, so I just crocheted this in the round. I didn't do any shaping or anything like that because I didn't feel like I need to. And then I did the trim that she does, which I think is a really nice detail here. So you can find that on her pattern. And then I also did the straps the way that she recommends. Like the width is like 6 stitches. And yeah, so really happy with how it turned out. You can so easily adjust this. And I personally recommend, if you're making something like this, to make it in the round, because you can just immediately see if it fits you, and there's no surprises when, you know, you make it in like 2 halves and then join them. I mean, obviously there you can also measure, but I don't know. I just love crocheting things in the round. I also don't like seaming. So this is my finished object. Super happy about this. This is where I live. This is so useful, and I think maybe I should make another tank top because I have more of that yarn left. So maybe just like do a different design. But yeah, really happy about that. So the next finished object, this vest, which I love. So this is a super simple knitting pattern from Mypz. This is, I can't even remember if they're in Denmark or the Netherlands. Kind of embarrassing. I think in Denmark, but they have a she has, the designer, she has a very specific aesthetics that I love, and also her colors. I love her colors, but she uses only like mohair. So I used, you know, my go-to that I talk about here all the time. This is a completely synthetic, sadly. I haven't found anything from, you know, cotton or any kind of plant-based fiber that looks like this or feels like this. There are more and more options, like this one is mostly cotton and it feels fantastic, but it's still not as like light and fluffy as this. This is Feel Gourmand from Fil d'Art, which is a French brand, and I think We Crochet also have something similar, and they're in the US. I think someone wrote me about that fiber and I looked at it and it did look interesting. And I think also Lion Brand has something with FOMO or something like this that also gives me the same vibes. So if this is the kind of thing that you love and you either, you know, don't have access to mohair, don't want to pay the high price tag, have allergies, or you're vegan or whatever, you can definitely use these patterns if you like that aesthetic with other synthetic, mostly synthetic for now, options. So this is kind of a vest, and not kind of, it's like a vest, and super, super easy to make and fast because you use large needles. This is knitting, this is all crochet. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, so this is all knit. You do the front, you do the back, they're the same. There's like no shaping here or anything. And then you pick up stitches and do the sleeves. And I did this is double-sided basically. So I did the back just in pink and the front with stripes, or the other way around. I think this is really cute for like transitional weather. You know, you can put a t-shirt underneath, and then when it gets chilly, like put this for a little bit extra warmth around your chest area. But it's just really fun. My original idea with making this was, I was inspired by Christy Glass Knits, which I love. I just love her style. And she made some sort of vest and then did like a bunch of flowers in all kinds of colors. And I have a lot more of this yarn. So that was kind of my idea, to do the vest and then do a lot of flowers. But I don't know if it's not too much. And I think maybe I'll do another kind of simple knitted tank top with probably less material in the sleeves, maybe something a little bit, just a little bit lighter, in one color, maybe a neutral, and then add a bunch of flowers, because I think this is enough, and I'm not sure I would wear it if I added more to it. But I love the colors. I love the blue and the pink together. I think they look really, really great. And I think this would look great, you know, with like a summer dress or jeans or whatever. So this is another finished object. Now, that's a funny one. Okay, so this is another finished object, and this is based on a free pattern from Hobbii, which you can download. And the reason I wanted to do something like this, I mean, obviously this is very handy, but I wanted to use a bunch. I have like a bunch of Aran cotton yarn, which I originally bought planning to use it for garments, which is what I love to crochet and knit the most. But I just came to the conclusion that it's just way too thick for me. When it comes to cotton, I think DK is like, as far as I can go, at least with traditional cotton. Like this, for example, is Aran too bulky, but this is like super fluffy. So not at all the same thing. But with like traditional cotton yarns, you know, that every company makes, that you have everywhere, the Aran weight is just like, for me, way too thick for wearables. But it is fantastic for accessories. Really, really fantastic, especially things like these kind of bags. Such a great way to use it up, super easy, comes together really fast. So that's what I did. The problem is I didn't really notice, I didn't really focus on the instructions. I went a bit bigger, I went a bit longer, I went a bit too far. And so I have this ginormous basket, which, you know, it's actually So I would recommend, if you're doing this pattern, just like follow the instructions or you'll get a monstrosity. So I'm not going to frog this or anything. I like it, and I think this will be fun for, you know, either like the beach where you just need a bag for like towels, so this would work well, or for example, if you like working on blankets, then this can be your whip basket or, you know, bag to keep like a larger project or a bunch of like yarn. But, you know, obviously this has no shape, so I do want to make a few more like sturdy, firm baskets or stuff. But I thought this was really fun. I added a little flower because I had some of this yellow yarn left, and it's just a really nice pattern, really great way to use this kind of cotton yarn if you have, you know, too much of it, or yeah, you just like, you want to make something like this. So I really enjoyed it, and I love how it turned out. It was very hard to do something without pink, but I survived. Okay, so let me show you my whip. I don't have a lot to show, but this is something I started. So this is, and I think I will frog it because it's too big and I need to go down a hook size. Of course, I was too lazy to make a, you know, a swatch. Kind of obvious. So this is this thing. And I think this is really fun, and I think I would wear something like this. I'm not sure about this area. I think I'll have to kind of make the rest and see how I feel about it. I might just continue with the stripes because I'm not sure I would wear this. I love how it looks, just not sure it's something I would feel comfortable wearing outside of my house. But that's just like me and my issues. So, you know, you do you. But I really love the style, and I think it'll be super fun for like summer, and we're hoping to go to Greece in the summer, so I think something like this would be really fun. And yeah, so I started to make it, and I did 2 rows, and now I'm waiting. I ordered some of this yarn in these colors from Lovecrafts, but with Lovecrafts, who knows when I'll get it. So I did have a couple of the colors on hand, so I started the first 2 rows, but yeah, it's like, it's just way too big. I mean, looking at her, there's another, I know there's another border coming, and it also looks quite open, but I still think it's too risky. So I think I'll just use a smaller hook. I'm also okay with it because it's quite open. So I don't know if I'm like just a loose crocheter, but yeah, I think I'll frog it and start again. But I really want to make this. So this is my whip to show you. And then a couple of hook adjacent projects. I want to make this carpet for my room. And I'm currently reorganizing everything, and hopefully I can show you the yarn section. I guess that's what's interesting to you. When I finish, it's a work in progress. It's quite intense. Like, I feel like the space is a bit, the boxes and the mess are a bit closing in on me. But I would like to do this, and I have a ton of yarn that, again, I bought with the intention of using it in wearables, and I'm not sure that I want to use it for wearables. It's kind of like 100% acrylic yarn that, yeah, I feel like I'm happy to use it for a carpet, and I love this style. I'm probably going to change the colors a little bit more. I definitely want to include a bit of like a pop of teal, and definitely some bright pink, because I just love those colors, but for sure most of it will be white, and then maybe like a darker border. So I really like the aesthetic of this for my room. So I want to make that. Oh, this is from an older Simply Crochet magazine. So I bought the magazine. You know, you can buy older issues online at Pocket Magazines, I want to say. That's the app that I use. So I bought this older issue. I'm not sure which one it is, but they had like a bunch of these boho home collection patterns, that I really like this aesthetics. So I think it was really worth the price. You know, it's like a magazine, you get a ton of patterns. So that's that. And then I got this free pattern from Hobbii. What's nice about Hobbii is, you know, I can go there if I have like a bunch of yarns that I bought from them in the past. I can look for patterns that use that yarn, and they have a lot of them and a lot of free ones. There are also paid ones, but this is a free one, and it's called Sunny Days Top, and the colors are everything I hate. but of course I can use different colors. And the yarn that they use is a yarn that I have like a bunch of. They had like some sale, so I bought like all the colors. So I now have a lot of it, and it's their rainbow 8x4 or 8/4 cotton yarn. And they use, what size hook? A 3mm hook. But I think this will come together fast, and I think I can make it in really fun colors. Looks kind of open, kind of nice. I like the shape of it, I like the details, and I think I can make something cute. So I also like the back. There's also a V in the back, like here you can see. So I hope to do that. I ordered a kit from We Are Knitters with, I'm like really looking forward to getting it and showing it to you. I wanted to order 2 kits, one with their bamboo yarn and then one with their cotton yarn. I have used their cotton yarn and I really enjoy using it. It's still a bit on the heavy side, but it's really lovely, and I like that they come in 100-gram balls when many companies make 50-gram balls. But now they came out with new colors, which are so my colors, and so I ordered one kit with the cotton yarn, and then with the bamboo I just noticed that, you know, the kit with 2 skeins of their bamboo yarn was I think 28 or 29 euros, I want to say, with already like 25% off, and just the 2 skeins was 18 euros. And so I figured I can find a nice pattern for less than 10 euros, pretty sure, and try that yarn. So I decided to just try their bamboo yarn. It looks really lovely, and I'm curious to try it, and I think it'll be perfect for like a light summer tank top. So that's coming. I'm looking forward to that. I'll show you that yarn when I get it. It's so pretty. Maybe you've seen it already, but I think it's called like Yarnicorn, you know, like unicorn. Super pretty colors. One last thing is I got this book. This is 100 crochet tiles, and yeah, it just has like a bunch of tiles, but I really like the projects and the colors that she uses. And this, for example, is something I would definitely make for my home. So it just looked like fun. For me, these are more for like accessories and home decor and not, you know, wearables, but that's fine too. They just look really fun. So there's a ton inside, and they're really lovely. I have several books with like, you know, motifs, but this one is probably, you know, I find the most designs here to kind of resonate with my style and my color choices, and so I just find it inspiring. And yeah, I would like to do like, you know, more pillows, baskets, that sort of thing, like bring that warmth and handmade feel to my home and interior design. So really nice book. If this is the kind of book that you enjoy, or if you're looking for something like this, which is, you know, just like tile patterns by several designers with a few, there's not a ton, but like a few patterns in the back, a few patterns for like finished objects, then this is a really nice one. And I just think it's like really kind of modern, but still has that little bit of like boho look to it. I just find the colors of a lot of these really speak to me, and many times that's not the case for me with these kinds of books. So I don't feel like I have to like my imagination doesn't have to work so hard to make these work for me. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you soon with another one. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye bye.